Hello and welcome to Electrica. My name is Will and I hope to take you on a journey into the world of e-scooters. You may well have seen someone whiz by you on something very similar to this. Electric scooters are being adopted at an astonishing rate as a low-cost alternative to owning a car or using public transport. And they're also seen as a green solution for the coronavirus recovery as well. A travel card can cost £2,000 per year, and car ownership, especially in the city, has never been more expensive. You can see why an £800 electric scooter like this is seen as the answer to many a city dweller. Why wrap yourself in 2 tons of gas-guzzling metal anyway, when you can sweep happily to and from work on one of these for just pennies per day? And with a certain deadly virus going around, wouldn't you rather avoid the germ heaven that is public transport? This e-scooter storm has been brewing for a few years. Electric scooters first blew up in America in 2018, thanks to scooter sharing startups Bird and Lime, and in Europe from Barcelona to Berlin. But in the UK, we're behind the curve. Until this very month, any riding of an electric scooter has been technically illegal. Since they are classed as personal light electric vehicle, they are treated like a car, which means they need to meet safety standards, they need insurance, they need taxing, and you need a license before legal use. The UK government has finally had its say. Part of a £2 billion plan to invest in green travel, a 1-year e-scooter rental trial is set to launch in early July. However, private ownership and use will remain illegal and a finable offence on public roads, pavements and cycle paths. So, electric scooter revolution? Not quite yet. But this is a fascinating new world and it's moving at such a pace that the government might not be able to keep up. So, we're off to London to find more about e-scooters. We're here in London at PET, Personal Electric Transport. Thanks for inviting us, Mark.
That's okay.
I just wondered if you could tell us a bit about the shop, the history of it, and why electric scooters are so good.
Well, the shop we started a year ago. This is on the back of Rob, my business partner, who found E2 back in 2015 and fell in love with the product, slowly got involved with the manufacturer and has been working with E2 ever since. We came to Leighton, yeah, as I said, it's been a year. And since the shop started, growth's been pretty crazy. I mean, you can see we're a bit cramped in here now. We're looking for more space. Obviously, coronavirus has pushed a lot of people towards us because, let's face it, going on the tube and buses right now isn't too attractive. And so, yeah, everyone's kind of experiencing a bit of a boom. Now we've got the new government legislation coming in, and everybody can sense that scooters are going to be a part of London's landscape and every other city's landscape for this time forward, I think.
So, would you care to comment a little bit about the government's plans and actually specifically about the rental schemes that they're proposing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I want to be positive about it. I think it's too easy to throw bombs at something like this. And obviously there's a community of e-scooter users, including me, who are disappointed that we can't legally ride our own scooters. You can understand that the government needs to collect data. You can't do that with privately owned scooters. It's a bit more difficult. It's very difficult to control it. Whereas with a rental scheme, you can set a bar. So you can say, all right, you have to have a provisional driving license, which means that the DFT can keep track of you. So if you behave like an incompoop, then the DFT can put points on your license, just like a car driver. And also there can be insurance. So if you are involved in some kind of accident, then at least there's some insurance to cover the losses and to protect everybody. And more importantly, it's a way that rental operators can collect data. And data is what we need. We need to prove the point that electric scooters, in terms of physics, identical to riding a bicycle. They're no more or less dangerous than riding a push bike.
And actually, it's not just electric scooters, is it, that you sell here? It's certainly not the only personal electric transport available out there. Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the other things that you sell here as well?
Well, right now, I mean, e-scooters is pretty much kind of the majority of what we do. But we are enthusiasts of EUC, which is shorthand for electric unicycle. It's a motorized wheel with a gyroscope, like a Segway, that basically keeps it level. And they're a lot of fun. You know, closest thing to being like Superman this side of an F-16, basically. And that's, you know, I mean, EUCs are an acquired taste. I mean, a lot of people would find standing on a motorized wheel a little bit harebrained. And, you know, yes, it kind of is, but it is a lot of fun. But on the other flip side, it just goes to show you what sort of other formats of electric transport there could be, lightweight electric transport, that we call micromobility. We see micromobility as anything which is non-polluting, sustainable, weighs under, officially I think it's 500 kg, but I think you could go lower than that. And ostensibly, you know, designed for lower city speeds, so speeds of, say, under 40 miles an hour. The problem with designing a car is you're trying to make it safe for speeds of up to, you know, 150 miles an hour on an autobahn, then you need a lot of metal for that. Not so with an electric scooter or an EUC or even like a four-wheeled electric rickshaw or something like that. So we see this technology growing. We see lots of fresh ideas. We see lots of new ways of getting around town.
And I think you're going to let us test a few of these scooters out as well, aren't you?
I know, if you're very good, wear a helmet and that kind of thing.
Thanks very much, Mark, for inviting us here.
That's totally kind.
We'll come back, hopefully not with any broken bones or limbs or anything like that.
Please don't.
Absolutely not. Thanks very much, Mark.
No problem.